Hey guys, what's up? How's everybody doing? TGI freaking F, right? You gotta love it. Gotta love that it's a Friday. All right, we'll step over here to Spyland. Well, I was really zoomed in. I was looking at a 30-minute chart of Spy, but anyway, or I was looking at a 5-minute chart, which was really zoomed in. I was trying to get some better definition, but basically it's a grind fest. So, I mean, we went higher off the get-go and then ground the rest of the day. So 564s, it looks like where we're going to settle or close to it. 560s, this area I've been watching, but there's a new high volume node kind of developing up here where we're at now. Okay, let's see if Bitcoin's still hanging in there, and I'm sure it is. It's up 1.6% last time I checked. Look at that. That's incredible. Actually, Bitcoin itself, it's actually down now. It's actually turned and gone down a little bit. Here's Ethereum. Gosh darn it, that thing's incredible. All right, let's talk about other stuff. Let's see how the day's going to finish up. All right, model portfolio did pretty good. I'm happy with that. Up 46 points where the rest of everything's down. I mean, obviously I'd like to have every day could be just like that. I'd be fine. Okay, so that's the model portfolio, but basically GDXY helped me out. YQQ even helped out a little bit because the market dropped, and this is a bearish fund, so it did all right because it also sells premium. But then these other ones that are related to crypto is up, market dropped. I mean, and all of a sudden I have the crypto and gold exposure. So anyway, good for me, right? All right, so let's go over here to the GPTY verse. All right, so here we are. Have a lot of outperformance. BABA, ABME, I mean, they're all outperforming. mRNA, that's looking good. AMD, I mean, my Lord. Great job. Let's check out the index buffer report. The ones that are up the most are Bitcoin related, I bet. Yep, LFGY, CPY. ZVOL, not related, but it is up. You know, the market is kind of hit and miss. You can see about half of these index ones are up, about half of them are down because the market basically ground sideways. So that doesn't really surprise me that much. Here's the ULTY grid, and MP was the one that was down the most. Here's the LFGY results. LFGY itself was up 1%. Average constituent was up a little bit less than 1%. MARA really did well. Nice job, MARA, up 7%. I gave out a MARA risk reversal. Hopefully somebody did it. I didn't. But the two I did were good. I did 2 good trades and 2 bad trades. I did really good last week. All my trades were good last week. I think I had one loser in I last week. Okay. So now let's look at Chippy. Here's Chippy. It's up. Average constituents also up. I mean, you know, what's not to like here? Great job, right? Now we can look at options, and if you guys have any questions, we can address those at this time as well. So let's look at options. These are all getting ready to expire. All right, sort by expiration, sort by expiration, but active. Okay. So these are all the ones that expire. Look at this whole page. Well, to be fair, and all these are on there too. So as far as expiring today, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 losers, and 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. You could tell about 2, 3 times, about twice as many winners, and that would make sense. So on any given option trade, I ought to win about 65% of the time, the way I do it. Generally, and some of these ones that were losers were hedges and stuff. But that's really what I'm going for. I'm going for, doing 10 trades and winning 6 of them, winning 7 of them. And this was a good example. If these were 10 trades, this is about 2 times as many won as lost, and that's what you should do. Unless the market craters, when you're selling options, if the market craters, no, these are all going to be red, and that's the reason for the hedges, for the tail hedge. All right, does everyone have on the tail hedge for next week? I sure hope everyone does. So let's look at for next week. Let's go to the ones that expire. Let's see what. All right, so 3 days from now, a weekend hedge. But that's really short. No one did that. It's just $110 is a lot for just a couple of days protection. But it could save you also. Put spread collar. I don't know what that. I was trying to show someone what a put spread collar was. Palantir. So look at this. This Palantir one I accidentally did in the wrong time frame. I did it next week or something, I think. Or no, I was showing that. I was just demoing that at lunch, but that's a good trade. That is this is a liquid stock, easy to get in and out of. I like that trade. I'm going to share that trade just in case anyone wants to do it. All right. All right, so for next week, here's what the plan is. Here's the plan for next week. Applied Materials. Let's do it like this. Let's do it. Date created. Okay. Right now. Oh, that's a different trade. Hang on. I was trying to show what I have on personally right now. I have on this trade. No, not that trade. I have on Applied Materials. It's the smaller Applied Materials. This one. Okay. So let's see what can happen to me in this situation. Let's just call this a pairs trade. Let's just say I have this on right now in one of the tail risk hedges. I think I showed you guys one at lunch that ties up $122. So let's look at these 2 trades together. This is the whole theory of what I'm trying to show. Pairs trading with options or using options to hedge or trading like a hedge fund or whatever. So look at this. Tail hedge for next week, right there. $143. Okay, so have these 2 trades on together. So let's play it forward. If it's a normal week, Applied Materials will land somewhere in here, and unless the market craters that an Applied Material has decent, I would expect 77% of the time to make a profit on this trade. And that would be under more of the normal circumstances. Should volatility blow up, should the market crater, even if Applied Material hits earnings, it may adversely affect them just because of the market. The market's in a big sell-off on the day they have an earnings announcement. It may adversely affect it. So I'm in the situation, if the market sells off, I have $1,000 in risk if the market sells off. So if the market sells off, and volatility goes up, even just a little bit, and let's say the market doesn't sell off that far, but it goes to 530, and volatility goes up from where we're at now at 22, Or this one's at 20. Okay, but from where we're at now, let's say it goes up 50%. So I guess that'd be to 40. And that wouldn't be the most unheard of thing ever. All right. And then, and then the market drops to under 530, 540, 535 is kind of the go, no go. Underneath that, the bear market starts again, or the market could turn into a self-fulfilling prophecy going lower. That's what I'm looking at. And that other big trade I showed you guys at lunch kind of looked like what he's looking at because he bought the 540 put out to July. Anyway, this, if the other trade messes up, this trade, I had to pay for it. Even the market just drops to 530. If the market, you have to make $1,000 off this one to make up for the other one. And there's no guarantee it will. But if the market drops anywhere lower than 534, your hedge will make up for it. Now, of course, the market has a really bad, time. You could actually end up making a lot of money on this trade, but that's obviously not what you're going for. You just happen to have kind of a little built-in tail hedge there. But wonder if the market stays the same, here's the problem. Here's the problem with this trade. The market doesn't go anywhere. This trade makes 130. The other trade loses 140. You just trade money with yourself. Okay, but let's say the market doesn't go anywhere, but Applied Materials beats earnings, and that could happen too. And then you'll make more than 130, and you'll make enough to pay for your hedge. So here's what I'm going to do. I'll probably do 2 more trades next week with that hedge on, or maybe 1 more trade. But I'll look for a trade on Monday, and then I'll try to take this off for a profit somewhere. But I'll show you guys. I'm trying to make it where it's a pairs trade, and I basically can't lose. I mean, the worst I can do is break even. That's the whole idea. And if I do 2 trades on here, and even if the market goes nowhere on 2 trades, you make 2 yields, still have the same amount of hedge on. Then it pays for itself too. So I'll probably put on another couple of earnings trades. I was also going to show my Rocket Lab trade looked like it was. I did this one in real life too and took it off. It looked like a loser at lunch, but but by the end of the day, a lot of these have turned into winners. What do we have? The market just closed. Okay. Well, anyway, they're still up. I should take a screenshot because that's such a beautiful. Oh no, they're all expired. They just expired just now. Well, the Rocket Lab short one was a loser, but we talked about this at lunch. The Rocket Lab long one, well, you can't see it. As soon as it expires, you can't see the strikes anymore. Anyway, all right. Is there anything you guys want to talk about? Obviously not. You guys aren't very talkative today. There's only one of you guys watching too. That's cool though. All right, guys. Well, if there's nothing else you want to talk about, we can talk later. How about that? All right. You guys have a good weekend, and hit me up in Discord if there is anything you want to talk about. All right. I'll be in Discord all weekend, or off and on. And some of you guys have my number. Give me a call. All right, guys. Right. I just heard Discord ding. I'm going to go look at Discord and make sure no one's trying to talk to me or us or something. Nah, nothing. Okay. All right, guys. I appreciate you all for being here, and you have a great afternoon. I'll see you later.